Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
Jai.
Okay, the big question. Who did homework besides Rita? Wow, okay. And let me hear your homework. Madhava is prepared today.
So the question was, the homework was, what do you want to be when you grow up, and how are you going to achieve this? So when I grow up, I want to have a job that has something related to computers, and I'll do this by studying computer science and other computer-related classes in college. I want to help preach Krishna consciousness by going to Sankirtan and food truck, as much as I can. I want to regularly come to the lectures and learn more about Krishna. I'm learning to play Mridanga, so when I grow up, I can play for kirtans.
Okay, so I got a suggestion for you. I want to open a what's called hydroponic greenhouse, but you need computers to do that because you have to always you have to diagnose the because it doesn't use soil, it only uses water. So in the water you have to have the right proportions of fertilizer, right? And different plants have need different proportions and different things. And you have to always monitor the fertilizer in the water. So it's actually a little complicated, because each plant is different, and there's different mixes, of nitrogen and phosphorus and potassium, and then other micro nutrients also. So it's a whole science, and you could become an expert in that science of horticulture. Hello? Hello? Yeah, this is Harry. Hi. Yeah, in Marysville? You're in Marysville? Yeah, when am I going to get my money back? I've been waiting about 4 months, 5 months now. Yeah. Okay. Well, I can come in Monday. Yeah, are you going to be there or somebody else is going to be there? Okay, so I could get there around 12 o'clock Monday. Thank you very much. What is your name? Elliot. Okay. Thank you very much, Elliot. And see you Monday. Okay, bye. Home Depot owes me $3,000.
What?
Well, I paid for something, but they sent the wrong thing. And now it's 4 months later, they still haven't reimbursed.
Wow.
It was their fault. They sent the wrong thing. So we sent it back. But, it's just like so complicated. Now I have to go to the store, although they have about, 45 pages of discussions that we've had. And every time they say, okay, now we're going to send you the money. And every time they send it. Don't go to Home Depot. It's terrible. In Marysville. Other Home Depots are better, but that one is terrible. Okay. So you can use computers for Krishna consciousness.
Yeah.
So we want to build up a large, we want to begin, modestly, but we want to have, we want to grow vegetables using hydroponics. requires a lot of know-how to do that, and everything is controlled by computers. Okay, but see, you wanna do something in computers, that's fine, but your main study should be horticulture. And then how to have precise plant fertilization, right? There's a whole science, right? We'll see, next 10 years. Don't smoke marijuana. You will definitely not succeed. Okay, next, did you do it? No, it's all right, and then someone, okay, good,
So first, I want to become a good devotee of Krishna.
okay.
But in my career, I want to like start my own business related to computers and computer science.
Related to them?
I mean, yeah, about them. It's like artificial intelligence,
Okay,
and then.
but why artificial? Why don't you do real intelligence?
I will work on my real intelligence, and then do the artificial intelligence, and then I'll give 50% of what I earn to the temple.
Wait a minute, let's write that down. Because the percentage keeps going down the older you get, right? It ends up 1%. Yeah.
Okay, let's say maybe like.
You're already negotiating.
Yeah, maybe like 1/4 there.
That's still a lot.
What?
Okay, think about this. If I like.
Yeah, it'll end up 1%. And then you'll say, wait a minute, I'll give half of that also.
Yeah, and then, but I'll give an amount to the temple every year, and then I'll
Well,
come.
that's assuming that you're successful,
Yeah. I
right?
don't know.
If you're not successful, you're not gonna give anything.
I'll still try to give something. Okay, then come to the temple regularly for classes and then chant my rounds. And I'll use my skills in like the field of computer science and artificial intelligence for like any Krishna consciousness, any Krishna conscious services that are there.
Yeah, okay. Yes, there are.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, all of Prabhupada's books were produced with computer technology. He used to speak into a dictaphone, and then devotees had to, feed that into a computer, and then they had to do all the what you call,
Digitizing.
yeah, they have to phototype it and everything, and there's illustrations and all that stuff. It's actually a lot of work, but it succeeded. Look, all these books are nicely prepared, color pictures and so forth, and they have it online also. So tremendous work that the devotees have done
So this is also
using computers.
Nowadays, the visual way of educating the world about Krishna consciousness, because everybody like this.
You know, what you should
graphics
do,
and-
what you should do. I've always wanted to have a Krishna conscious news channel, 24 hours a day. So we do have like Chopati has a very good programming, but I'd like to take it to the next level. And, we really have not only news, but a lot of commentary, seminars, discussions, bringing in famous speakers like Asakuru. No, we're not going to bring him in. But we could, have a real, news station, and it could be very effective in attracting people. And that requires a lot of computer programming. So if you use See, Prabhupada said to me once, he said, it takes time to develop a expertise. If you can use your expertise to serve Krishna, that's the perfection of life. So, your goal should not be to go into IT to make money. Ooh, I said that evil word. No, your goal should be to promote Krishna consciousness. Like, and this, you can do that in 1,000 ways with computers. Like, for example, you can make computer games that are educational. You can make a news station channel, an internet news channel, Krishna consciousness. You can make movies for Krishna consciousness, that are about Krishna consciousness, and do all kinds of documentaries. And documentaries is a big thing. People like them. They're not like 3 hours long. It's like half an hour or 1 hour maximum, and they're all educational. And like you can do a documentary on Krishna consciousness in Mongolia, right? And so there is Krishna consciousness in Mongolia. Did you know that? You know where Mongolia is?
It's like next to China.
It is, yes. So, there's so many things you could do with computer technology and artificial intelligence to promote Krishna consciousness. So that's called dovetailing. So if someone says, well, wait a minute, let's make a documentary about marijuana. No, you would say, no, that's not Krishna conscious marijuana. Oh, let's do one about Sai Baba. No, that's not Krishna conscious either. But if you become a pure devotee, then Krishna will give you the intelligence to come up with millions of ideas of how to promote Krishna consciousness using artificial intelligence and internet technology. Okay. Anybody else? Oh, Rhea does very long and very expert commentaries. Go ahead. What do you want to be?
So, there's actually a lot of things I want to do when I grow up, so I'll see how many I can do. I want to make another cow protection farm. So like the cows that are being sent to slaughter, I want to bring them to the farm. So
Cow sanctuary.
yeah.
That's what we have in Arlington right now, but it's going to grow much bigger because
And,
there's a lot of cows to save. Go ahead.
and when people send the cows to animal slaughter just because they stopped giving milk, and then I want to take those cows into the sanctuary because they should still be cared for because when they did give milk they always gave it freely and they're one of the 7 mothers given in the Vedas. And if you protect the cows, Lord Krishna will be very pleased with you because he also protected the cows, and if you also do that, then he'll be happy
Well,
with
Krishna
you.
will like you because that's what he does.
Yeah.
He protects cows. He takes them out to pasture every day with his friends. And so he's a cow herder. So there's nothing better than to follow Krishna's example. What we need are veterinarians. You know what a veterinarian is?
Like a doctor for animals?
Yeah, for cows and horses and other animals, but we need specifically for cows and goats. We have cows, we have goats, sheep, dogs. We have dogs now. One of them just died, unfortunately. And the veterinarian couldn't save it. So, yeah, we're calling in Arlington. They're calling veterinarian like 2 or 3 times a month.
Oh.
Yeah, because wintertime is very hard on the cows, and you get little different types of diseases. And so, if you could become a veterinarian, then not only you're protecting the cows, but you're treating the cows, helping them stay healthy. And we want to start a new type of system where we don't pay doctors or veterinarians, when the cow is sick, we pay the veterinarian to keep the cow healthy. So if it gets sick, then they don't get any money. If they're healthy, they get regular money. We're gonna start a new system. Because right now, doctors and veterinarians and all these people, they don't make any money until somebody's sick. But if we change the system and say, we're only gonna pay you to keep them healthy. If they get sick, we're not gonna give you a penny.
Then they take proactive care.
Yeah, and they would, you know, be much more, and then they, you know, they would come and make sure the cow is getting the right nutrition and being kept clean, and the cow shed and everything is always clean and healthy, and make sure there are no toxic herbs or flowers where the cows graze. And there's a million things you could do to protect the cows from getting sick. So you could do that. That would be really good. Krishna will have special favor for you because that's what he does. He takes care of the cows. In fact, there's a nice quote. Let's see if I can find it. I might not be able to find it, but maybe. Where Prabhupada says that the new Vrindavan farm, which is in West Virginia, should be a cow sanctuary. He said, it should be known for protecting cows. And he said, you'll become famous if you do it. So whenever Prabhupada says something like that, and he said that way back in 1967 and 68, whenever he says something like that, if we don't do it, we'll miss a tremendous opportunity to spread Krishna consciousness. So he said that New Vrindavan should be specifically focusing on cow protection. He said, if you do it, you'll become famous. And they didn't do it. Even today, they don't really, well, they have some cows, for sure. But it never developed into a big thing. So if you get educated how to keep cows and other, let's say, you know, little critters healthy, that would be a great asset for Krishna consciousness. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to find it right now. Anybody else? Yeah, go ahead. You didn't finish. Go ahead.
Yeah. Also, is there like something where if you worship, like, I mean, if you like, is there something if you take care of like the gear brand and the gear breed? Is there something different about them, like if you worship?
Gear
them?
breed, they've done studies on these gear cows for a long time, and they're even mentioned in the Vedas. It's the only cow that produces real gold in its urine. That's not that it eats some gold and goes into the urine. It produces gold. And it produces about $1,200 of gold in a year. And there is a way of extracting it from the urine. But they keep it in the urine because the gear cow's urine is very, very medicinal. It can heal many sicknesses, and especially diabetes, with the female gear cow milk. And there have been scientific studies done on this in Janagar University in Gujarat. And they've published papers. So yeah, the gear cow is very special. Okay, wait a minute, I think I found it. June 14th, 1968. One second. June. But if you want to develop New Vrindavan, I can spare you for that purpose. And it may be that we can live there together for the time being. If you actually want to develop such ideal ashram, we must have sufficient land, and all other things will gradually grow. For raising crops from the land, how many men will be required? That we must estimate. And for herding the cows and feeding them, we must have sufficient pasturing ground to feed the animals all around. We have to maintain the animals throughout their life. We must not make any program for selling them to the slaughterhouses. That is the way of cow protection. Krishna, by his practical example, taught us to give all protection to the cows, and that should be the main business of New Vrindavan. Vrindavan is also known as Gokula. Go means cows, and Kula means congregation. Therefore, the special feature of New Vrindavan will be cow protection. And by doing so, we shall not be loser. Whoa. People have, you mean you're just going to keep them till they die? I mean, it's much more economically viable by sending them to the slaughterhouse. That way you don't have to feed them. Actually, that's not true. We have to prove to, and if we do this, it would change all the agriculture in the United States, that a cow is more valuable alive than dead. And because you get cow dung, you get cow urine, and you have the mercy of Krishna, because he would never want to see cows being killed. So therefore, the special feature of New Vrindavan will be cow protection, and by doing so, we shall not be loser. In India, of course, a cow is protected. That used to be, not anymore. But a cow is protected, and the cow herdsmen, they derive sufficient profit by such protection. Cow dung is used as fuel. Cow dung dried in the sunshine, kept in stock for utilizing them as fuel in the villages. They get wheat and other cereals produced from the field. There is milk and vegetables, and the fuel is cow dung. And thus, they are self-independent in every village. There are hand weavers for the cloth, and the country oil mill, consisting of a bull walking in a circle around two big grinding stones attached with the yoke, grinds the oil seeds into oil. The whole idea is that people residing in New Vrindavan may not have to search out work outside. Arrangements should be such that the residents should be self-satisfied. That will make an ideal ashram. I do not know these ideals can be given practical shape, but I think like that people may be happy in any place with land and cow. Haribol, Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Yeah, of course, Prabhupada. Yeah, I'm in the middle of the class. Go ahead, real quick. Yes. They're forcing me to go to this dinner, luncheon for newlywed family of Arun Ranganath, yeah. Do you have enough volunteers? Do you have enough volunteers? Okay, well, Pradumna just raised his hand, you said.
Oh, I had to cook Maharaj tomorrow for that reception.
You have to cook?
Yeah.
What are you gonna cook?
They asked me to cook the dhokla for almost, it will take like 3-4 hours in the morning time.
3-4 hours?
Yeah.
No, but what time are you
For-
gonna start?
I was starting at 7 a.m. So
you'll
7 to
you'll be
12.
just in time, it'll be over at 10, and he leaves at 10:30.
Yeah, if I finish, then I will Maharaj, but I will see.
No, don't say if. I will finish, and I'll go.
Yeah, I can go.
Come on, we need you, Prabhu. You
Yeah.
don't have enough people.
Yeah, I will go Maharaj. I will.
Okay. So Pradumna will come. Who else do you need? Do you need some more people? No, you need 4 people. Pradyumna comes, he's worth 3 or 4 people. Now, you need a 4th person. You can't make the rotis with just one person. Somebody has to roll, somebody has to cook. Okay, try and get a 4th person. I would suggest, but why don't you call Mukunda and see if you can find. Okay, so everyone's going to this luncheon. Let's see who else there is. Oh yeah, how about Radha and her husband? Yeah. They're probably invited to the dinner, but maybe not. They always come and help whenever we ask them. Okay. Give him a call. Give him a call. Okay.